the DNS infrastructures are quite important for us because daily basis we use DNS to do browsing, sending emails. Nowadays we use lots of mobile applications and things like that. So it's something that we use very closely, pretty much every day, right? And so from that perspective, it is very important for us to actually secure our DNS infrastructures. Now, there are a number of components. If you think about your DNS infrastructures, you talk about your zones, and then you talk about your name servers. There are different types of name servers. You have authoritative name servers, you have recursive name servers, or caching name servers, and then we have clients coming and asking questions from these caching servers, and so on. So when you think about all those components in your DNS infrastructures, there can be various attacks can happen at various places. So this is why it's very important to actually go and look for all those places or find the loopholes and see where we can protect. When you are specifically talking about DNS, as we mentioned, it is quite important to actually protect our DNS infrastructures and protect DNS data and DNS servers. So that is why DNS security is very important for us. DNSSEC stands for DNS Security Extensions. Now, earlier I was talking about the threats and possible, where we are vulnerable and so on. So DNSSEC protects very important component of our DNS infrastructures, which is actually DNS data. So our DNS data lives in places like in caching servers or caches. So someone can try to pollute these caches or poison these caches. So DNSSEC is a mechanism or a security mechanism to protect DNS data. It is to make sure that our DNS infrastructures are protected. And in DNSSEC, what we are trying to do is we are trying to actually talk to trusted parties. So for example, in DNS, we have a hierarchy. We have root servers in the top, top of the DNS hierarchy, and then we have top level domains, or what we call TLDs. There are TLD hierarchy, and then beyond that we have the next levels and so on. So if you say, for example, if you are a certain zone and if you try to protect yourself, it is quite important that you have some trusted or you propagate your trust towards this hierarchy, basically through your parent, and then from parent to its parent and so on, all the way up to the root. And so it is quite important actually for all those parties to actually work, and then because so for example, if the TLD does not implement DNSSEC, it is going to be quite hard for the delegations below that. So that is why it's very important for the community or the operators or service providers or whoever actually managing their DNS infrastructures to protect their DNS infrastructure basically.